libre na yung seminar. Si Marlon nandun ngayon sa Sama. He's from Paraná. And the lady also asked, ang lahat po ng mga tawag nito, catechist, bigyan namin ng award. Ito na ang Northern Luzon. Siya po ang secretary, siya ang treasurer ng Council of the Laity for Tigay and Garupa. Ate Rona is the registrar of St. Coluban College. Dr. Marelli owns the university in San Carlos City, and they were our LICO of the day. Meron ka po ba? So, my dear friends, there are ripples of effect na happening because of Holy Heroes. I just received a text yesterday that in Bayumbong, Nueva Vizcaya, they started a radio program to put into context and to reach out to all the other lay, their role and charism as the lay of our church. By baptism, Bishop Ted said, we are all the same. We assume the dignity of being children of God. So, ang aking pong task is to present to you Holy Heroes, ano po nangyayari, and also to make a plan, publicize ko, kung sakali po interested kayo, kung na kayo magkalala, may team pong umiikot, we can reach out to different localities and local communities. Yun lamang po, sending na po itong mga handouts nito, you can make use of it, wala kami intellectual rights para sa inyong mga cities. Magandang umaga po.
Thank you, Monsignor. Another round of applause. We have 20 minutes. Bishop Ted is here, and Monsignor Jojo. Maybe, Bishop, can you kindly take your seat here? In case there are questions, we are free, and then we will end at around 12:05 for lunch. Our next schedule is on social communications. We may have to change our seating arrangements because the Wi-Fi is in that area. So, Ms. Bob Lopez is asking us na magbabago ang calibration ng seating. So, are there any questions for Bishop Ted and Mr. Jojo?
Senior Jojo, thank you for the wonderful module that you have given on these applications. But I am also curious because this module usually spoke about, as you explained it, spoke about the role of the laity. And it is also the captured audience are the laity, the lay people. I am wondering if you have a module or a modified module specifically for the clergy or for the priests, because the priests also need somehow need to understand the year of the laity in relation to our ministerial gifts. Thank you.
I'm glad Bishop Ted is here. Mahal ako sa inyo siguro, baka meron yung gawin video. Kasi these are, in particular, focusing, concentrating on the priest. Sa amin po is more of hodgepodge, heterogeneous. Pero magandang starting point na po yung aking bishop at kung sakali po meron pa kayong magawa natin.
Wala pa po na gagawa na gano'n. Pero ano, madali po tayo magagawa ng ganito. Ganito. Ang tuloy lang po natin ay magkwentuhan tayo. Halimbawa, dun sa Infanta, meron po mga pari doon, dahil sa senior moment ko, nalimutan ko kay sulat ko itong story nito, pare, na nung nagkaroon ng malaming baha doon, yung mga taga-gumaka, kilala itong pari na ito siguro ay taga-Lucena. Si Father, matamang pari na kasama pa namin sa bahay pari.
Chaco Andres. Chaco Andres.
Chaco Andres. Yun eh, talagang heroic ang ginawa nun. Halimbawa, yung isa sa mga pari natin, si Father Satu, sa Pinoy. Yan. Ikwento yung istorya ni Father Satu sa Pinoy. Sino ba? Meron po isang Father Juan Gomez na at one time I wrote about him. Ito po isang Filipino chaplain. Father Chris, na-research ko ito. Filipino chaplain during the Second World War. Ito may istorya, very similar to Maximilian Kolbe in a sense, no? Kwento ito ng mga students at atilista. Father Juan, there was a bombing and fire, and the fire planes above. Nagtatago sa foxholes yung mga Filipino soldiers. At sa labanan, meron silang narinig na sumigaw, tinamaan. And it was a Japanese. That was the Japanese. He was shouting out. And Father Juan Gomez went to the Japanese. And he was being prevented by his companion soldiers to go to the foxhole of the Japanese. Sabi niya, Father, that is an enemy. You don't go there. This is what he said. When Christ died on the cross, it did not matter to him whether he was friend or foe. So he went and he gave a drink to the dying Japanese. At that time, the flare was lighted up in the sky. And then there were several gunshots that hit Father Juan Gomez. But he died a very heroic death in that sense, that he died loving an enemy. So there are these three people you can think of. Also, if you can look at Cardinal Rufino Santos. Cardinal Rufino Santos was almost killed by the Japanese. He was sentenced to death. And he was to die in Fort Santiago, where they would blood. Up to now, they show you the place in Fort Santiago. It's a cell that fills up with water. If you're a prisoner there, when the high tide comes, you die. I was supposed to be one of those to be placed there, but he was liberated. Of course, then there's Cardinal Sin. Also, the heroism of Cardinal Sin during Elisa I. Okay? So, I think we can make one. By the way, for your information, Father Jojo, I forgot to make this available. But I have a book on young Filipino heroes, which I wrote when the book came here in 1995. With all the young Filipino heroes known then. But since then, we have added, there used to be two heroes which stories can be retrieved very easily. One is the 4-year-old girl who saved 3 sisters and in a fire in Manila. Those who want to get information, that you can get that from Alfredo Lim, Mayor of Manila. He was the one who made this girl popular. And then, finally, this man who went, ang apelido niya Magallanes sa Diocese ng Novaliches during the time of Ondoy. He saved about 20 people and he suffered a heart attack. Finally, his final death state. Ito mga ito available pa rin. Meron lang problema, Father Jojo, alam nyo, ang problema ko dito para sa ating mga heroes, katulad ni Bonifacio, Jacinto, and I think maybe even Gregorio del Pilar, who have said many heroic words and did heroic deeds. Alam nyo, mga masong sila. So how do we present them as heroes for the lady? Ayun ang Panginoon. It seems that they were heroes against the church in that time. Ano po ba yun?
I'd like to share to you my experiences namin when we went to the national heroes. Del Pilar, Marcelo Del Pilar, sila grupo nila, who were all members of they were Freemasons. Tapos sa akin, tinanong nila, paano po nyo i-share yan sa mga lay? Jose Rizal was also a Freemason. But sinabi ko naman po in all sincerity, what I know from the writings of Father Jesus Cabana and Father Rolly Bunoan, na Rizal the last day, on December 30 of 1890, nagtuturo po ako ng Rizal. So, nagkataon naman mga obispo, akala nila pinahirapan nila ako. But I love to teach about Rizal. That day, Rizal heard Mass, was married in Catholic rites to Josephine Bracken, heard confession, and had 2 Jesuits accompany him to Bagong Bayan. There is a letter of retraction that Rizal did not die a Mason, but returned to the Catholic fold. So, yun lang po ang paliwanag ko. It just so happened that during those times, ang mga abuse ng friare, the only vehicle available is to join Freemasonry. At may ilakala yung kanilang mga pang-aabuso. But Rizal, for that matter po, ang alam ko, he died remaining a good Catholic.
So, very yung mga iba, yung mga at we have to face that problem kasi, no? Ewan ko nga, sa akin hindi pa ako nakapagpaganap ng satisfactory solution. At in other words, their deeds of heroism, their heroic works were done at the time that they were alienated from the church. Pero napakaganda po yung mga excerpt sa kanilang sinabi sa Emilio Jacinto, si Andres Bonifacio, yung kay Gregorio del Pilar, binemorize ko yung kanya sinabi sa kanyang diary. It's so beautiful, no? But yung nga lang, ewan ko si Gregorio del Pilar yung mason din. Probably is so, pero yung mga iba, magandang i-retrieve yung kanilang mga biographers. Meron din isang napakagaling, doon naman siya sa Mindanao. Again, I must recall his name, no? But he was a real hero for human rights. He was not one of the big-time heroes, but he was both a catechist and an apostle for human rights. And he was killed apparently because of his dedication to human rights as he was teaching catechism. Father.
This is for Monsignor water is mixed with second oil.
Ano?
Water is mixed with second oil. So sinabihan ko na, idirin mo yan. Kasi para sa chok. Kung bakit yung presence
Sa kung ginagamit pong water sa baptism, there was a liturgy she said that it has to be pure water daw po.
pero
They say, you ask Bishop Ongtao,
yung gulay na materials, yun yung mga sulat.
Mali po sabihin, water mixed with sacred oil. Mali yun. It should be water. Dapat water. Minsan, marumil, pero water. Talagang water pa rin. Kung coffee, yun daw coffee na seminarian, pwede pa rin. Yung inyong ng mga pare, hindi na pwede. Biro lang po yun kasi yun daw, iniinom ng mga seminarian scholar water. So, dapat kasi water, basta water. Kung soft drinks na hindi na pwede. Okay? At siguro namali yung catechist na yun. Gusto sabihin na water is poured and then there is anointing with chrism after the baptism.
Kasi yung mga senyor,
Mali yun, mali.
power presentation, nag-copy sila sa siguro. I have the copy now, una ng dala.
okay, so that was also brought to my attention because the catechist that you are referring to was approached by your liturgies and he called my attention to look at the corrections. Okay? Padre?
How do we respond? Because there's a tendency that people can be heroes, they can be materialistic. How do we respond?
Bishop, want to take the first time?
I will hindi na siya para, no? Kasi po, sa kasalukuyan, masyado lang patawarin din naman sa salita. Masyadong nababoy ang salitang hero. Kasi sa atin ngayon, ang salitang hero, basta magaling ka. At yung kagalingan mo, sinabi niya, nakakapag-inspire sa ibang tao. Okay? Ang talagang essential sa definition ng hero actually is that his life and his deeds are dedicated for the good of others. No? Yung boxing hero, katulad ni Pacquiao, yung naman kuminamalit si Pacquiao, no? Pero yung boxing hero, tinuturing na boxing hero, sapagkat nanalo siya, yumaman siya, malaking kita, no? Hindi naman po naman eh. Pero ano ba ang buhay ng tao? Makasarili ba o maka-Diyos at maka-tao? So a Christian hero must be maka-Diyos at maka-tao. And that should be in other words, a man who loses his life for God and for others. That is the hero. The man who uses or loses his life for God and for others. Hindi yung the one who was excelled in pinanandel. Ngayon kapag ka, naging Olympic champion ka, hero ka na rin. Kapag ka naging champion ka sa basketball, naging hero ka na rin. Hindi po yun masyadong na-dilute na ang gustong sabihin na yan. Kailangan natin ibalik yung the essential idea of a hero is selflessness. Sabi nga ni St. Paul, even if I give my body to be burned, but if I do not have love, it profits me nothing. If I do not have love, yun ang essential quality palagay ko na i-drive mo natin. At yung iba nga, kahit na minsan, marahil kinalaban na simbahan, pero essentially, kasi Kala nila, ang simbahan nun nagiging hadlang sa kanilang inaasam para sa tao at para sa Diyos. Kung gano'n na talaga, pwede sila talaga may hero. And there have been heroes like that who have not been recognized by the church but were recognized later on. Si Joan of Arc, no? She died excommunicated. She died excommunicated. But she died for God and for men. After about 3 centuries, that was recognized. Ang isa pa po ay si Savonarola. Savonarola is now acknowledged more and more as a true prophet. Though he was burned at the stake and with the consent of church authorities. Sabi mga excommunicated siya, pero lumalabas ngayon, hindi naman siya excommunicate ng simbahan. Pero talagang si Savonarola ay hindi rin pinakuran ng simbahan ang panahon na he was a true reformer. No? So, ito palagi kong saving factor sa mga heroes natin. Kinalaban nilang simbahan kapagkat sa totoo lang, inaakala nila ang mga tauhan ng simbahan ay laban sa kanilang hadikain para sa tunay na makadiyos at makatampong buhay natin. Sa iyo po. Father.
In relation to the context of Christian teaching, Catholic teaching, faith, in relation to that, Bishop, in terms of heroes, is it really purely on the Catholic side as we see the values, or say it would be like as you said, there are other people of different faiths also who express kind of particular heroes, and then we are teaching catechesis from like for children to understand that these are people from different faiths. So are we talking about heroes limited to the Catholic, teaching of these people are Catholics?
Okay. Pag pinag-usapan po natin ng heroes, ang essential quality ng heroes, people who use and often lose their lives for the sake of God and for others. Ano po? Yun ang essential definition ng hero in a theistic context. Ngayon, in a secular context, at least there are people who use and who lose often their lives for other people. Katulad yung bata sa lumubog yung pagoda, si Bulig, si Sergeant Bulig. Sergeant Bulig. It was not the first time for that. He saved people. He saved also 2 other children at one time. Galing din eh. Hindi ko namatay sa pamanutuan, pero hindi Catholic, pero Christian na. Save people during the rubble. And also, already before that, he was doing, he led a selfless life. Kanya lang, pag kumuha tayo ng example for the Catholic laity, gusto natin umanak sana ng people who are also sympathetic to the church, no? And who saw that they were models for the laity of the day.
Tungkol sa Brahman consumerism, I'd like to approach it from the point nung sa amin po sa Bulacan, Tagalog namin, pinitingala yung mga hinihiro na pinitingala. Ngayon po, dinata namin sa biro, ang tinitingala ngayon, sino ba ang hero model mo? Yung mga tao na may kaya. May maraming pera, may maraming ari-arihan. Pero yung ba talaga concept na tinitingala? I don't want to use, again, siguro pareho kami yung apologies, but to cite an example po, yung kay ex-president Joseph Estrada. Noon daw ang tawag po sa asawa, may bahay. nung dumating si Carol, may mansion. So, kaya na. Ngayon na, iba na ang values natin kasi rampant consumerism. So, we are we aware who do we put into high esteem, sino ang mga kinikilala natin, pinihiro.
Kanya kailangan i-continue natin, i-purify, karoon tayo ng critical evaluation ng hero sa ngayon. Kasi talaga, ang hero ngayon, hindi na necessarily selfless, while selflessness is an essential quality of heroism. If a person dies trying to earn the most money that he can, hindi mo naman siguro tuturing na hero yun, di ba? Pero sabi nga ni Father, iba na tingin ng mga tao, iba tinitingnan ng tao ngayon. Pero in moments of honesty, talagang lumilitaw pa rin ang talagang paningin natin. Ina yun. Si Mandela ngayon, naging inalaw na hero. Tama rin eh. Talagang siya yung nabuhay, no? Para sa iba. No? That's how he lived. Si Gandhi, almost universally accepted. Kita natin, he did not live for himself, but for others. No? Other people like Albert Schweitzer tried to stand there. Kita natin. He went out of his way and he left all of his accomplishments to dedicate himself to the poor. Yun po ang mga Mother Teresa, of course, is universally acknowledged. Sana yun ang maipahiran natin na idea of the hero. People who use and lose their lives for the sake of others.
Just an added reflection. Thank you very much for your reflections. The lady of the day, are they volunteers, Father? You pick the lady of the day. Are they volunteer who serve the church? What's your criteria?
Yeah, most of them are volunteers in the deepest sense of the word, kasi they're not paid for anything. So they go around doing their little roles. Sa tingin ko nito a lot of our participants, these are all volunteers.
By the way, meron din po tayong isang Filipino talagang hero na catechist, si Alvin, doon sa Taguig.